So a few weeks ago, Empire actually featured Jurassic World Rebirth in their latest magazine edition. Within this edition, we had loads of Jurassic World Rebirth content and a lot to discuss. One point was actually made within this article that states apparently there are 24 species living on Rebirth Island. Now ever since then, I've been trying to calculate and piece together what are those 24 species, and I wanted to make this video for quite a while now, but I thought I'll wait until the second trailer comes out. Truth be told, the second trailer does come out, and Martin says this.
On the island we're headed to, 24 species have survived there alone.
He confirms that there are actually 24 species on this island that have survived. But when you think about it, we actually don't really know of 24 species. Including the official dinosaurs and the rumored dinosaurs, put them together, it still doesn't equal 24 species. So in today's video, we're going to be trying to work out what those 24 species are and try to think about it logically, because unfortunately, I just don't think we're going to get 24 species in the movie. We had 33 in Dominion, that was great, but for some reason they were all spoiled before the movie even came out. So I'm starting to think that maybe they did something like this for Jurassic World Rebirth and we actually have seen pretty much all of the species in the movie already. But before we do any of that, the best way to support us here on YouTube is to go to the description to the merch link and purchase some Rebirth inspired merchandise for yourselves. Imagine walking into the cinemas, you're about to watch Jurassic World Rebirth, and you're sat there in all of your Rebirth inspired merchandise. Of course you want to be that guy, right? So why not go ahead and also purchase some items. But for now, let's get into the 20. So whilst I was doing some research for this video, I came across an Instagram page called InGen Today. Their content is actually really informative and a lot of fun to look through. One of them I actually found about 24 species and they speculated what we already know. Most of it is filled with question marks since we don't entirely know all of those species, but the ones that they did discuss about those 24 species are as follows. Tyrannosaurus rex, Titanosaurus, Velociraptor, D-Rex, Mutodon, Mosasaurus, Spinosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Aquilops, and Ankylosaurus. And whilst I do agree with the majority of the ones that they did pick out here, there are 3 in that list that I don't think are part of the 24 that Martin are talking about. Whilst Martin and the rest of the crew make their way to Rebirth Island, that's the moment where he gives intel about these 24 species. Now of course if he's doing intel on the island, it will be as present day and up to date knowledge of that island as to what he can get at that point in time. So this is in 2028. So of course he's going to know about dinosaurs like Titanosaurus, Mosasaurus and Quetzalcoatlus for sure, because those 3 species are the ones of the DNA that he needs. So he definitely knows about those ones, but he would obviously know about the Tyrannosaurus and so on as well. But 3 species in that list by InGen Today are species that I don't think he would actually know about. Distortus rex, Mutodon, and Aquilops. Those 3 species I don't think are part of the 24. Why is this? Well, Distortus rex, it was a mistake, and by the looks of it and by the way that the story seems to be panning out to make sure no retcons happen, it doesn't seem like the upper class of InGen actually knew about it. It seems like the Distortus rex and the Mutodon were actually made in complete secret, and there is absolutely no way, even with Martin's intel, that he would know about these failed mutant dinosaurs. So those 2 I would knock off from the 24, and Aquilops, well, at this point in time, we assume that the Aquilops isn't actually a dinosaur that was left behind on the island because it was too dangerous. God, the amount of war crimes that thing must have done. But we believe that this Aquilops is actually a pet of the Delgado family who accidentally crashed on this island via their boating tour, which means that the Aquilops will not be part of this island. So what does this island include? Well, of course it will include all of the species that we pretty much saw in the trailer. Tyrannosaurus rex, Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus, Titanosaurus, Spinosaurus, Mosasaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Ankylosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and a weird little bird thingy. Now most of those make a lot of sense, such as Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and so on. But things like Spinosaurus may be a little bit skeptical since we can see that it does live in the water and swim through the water, so there's a chance that that might not be on the list, but for the sake of this video we're going to say that it is, otherwise it gets way too hard to decipher what species are and aren't. We've of course seen the Titanosaurus in massive herds, so of course they've been there for a while. We know that the Ankylosaurus is going to be part of the movie as well from other renders. We've seen the dead Parasaurolophus, and that little bird thingy, well, some people are saying it's Rhamphorhynchus. I'm not too sure if it is Rhamphorhynchus, but it is definitely a species that resides on the island. Whether or not it's a dinosaur, that's another thing that we'll have to wait and see. So those are already 10 out of the 24 species. So what are the other 14? Well, this is where things get a little bit more complicated, because these are dinosaurs that we are judging by rumours to appear in Jurassic World Rebirth, and also dinosaurs that we can only assume them to be based off the knowledge that we have of this island. Now, before I get into this part of the list, I must say this is entirely fan-made. We have stuff from rumours, and we have stuff that I think logically makes sense. So what would be the criteria to be part of this list? Well, of course, a rumoured species being part of Jurassic World Rebirth, but since we know that this island was the original research facility of Jurassic Park, we could safely presume early species for Jurassic Park, or perhaps species that were being made during the Jurassic World era, since we know that the Distortus and Mutodon were also made during then as well. So let's get into the names I have on this list. We have Maiasaura, another flying reptile of some sorts, Sinoceratops, Kentrosaurus, Herrerasaurus, Baryonyx, Compsognathus, Segisaurus, Triceratops, Metriacanthosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, and Microceratus. All 12 of these species to me make the most logical sense to appear in Jurassic World Rebirth as part of those 24. Maiasaura is heavily rumoured, but people are saying that it will actually replace the Parasaurolophus, but now we've actually seen the Parasaurolophus. Is the Maiasaura actually going to appear in the movie? We don't know, but we're still going to put it on the rumour list. We have another flying reptile. I think early rumours suggested something like Tropionathus will be appearing, so that's why another flying reptile is on the list. And honestly, I think it's about time we get something else other than just Pteranodon and Dimorphodon, which actually, come to think of it, I think Pteranodon is also set to appear in the movie as well. So I think we have nearly 23 species in total. Sinoceratops and Kentrosaurus surprisingly have appeared in some captive cards. Now, these aren't official at this point in time. I think that they've actually accidentally been leaked, but we can't ignore the fact that those two species appear on those cards, and judging by the way that Chaos Theory and Camp Cretaceous went for those cards, it seems like they have been made based off something that appears in the movie. So it's safe to say that there is a chance for both Sinoceratops and Kentrosaurus to appear in Jurassic World Rebirth. We also have Herrerasaurus on this list as well, because it was one of the original species made for Jurassic Park. Same goes for Baryonyx, one of the original species. Compsognathus has appeared in every single movie since The Lost World, so it would feel very weird not to have that small little critter jumping around. Same goes for the Segisaurus, a dinosaur that is very similar to Compsognathus, but of course was made for the original park as well. Triceratops is heavily rumoured to appear in Jurassic World Rebirth, and it's also apparently supposed to be battling the Spinosaurus in the movie. Metriacanthosaurus, another species that was made in the early days for Jurassic Park. Pachycephalosaurus, a dinosaur that was made on Isla Sorna and also ready for Jurassic World and was in Jurassic World, and it's a dinosaur that loads of people want to see return, myself included. And of course, Microceratus, the earliest ever born made in the Jurassic timeline. So that brings us to a total of 22 species, but since I forgot Pteranodon, we're going to bump it up to 23. Thinking about that last 24th specimen, it's actually quite challenging, because things make logical sense, but then judging by the information we have for Jurassic World Rebirth, it also makes no sense as well. So I'm interested to know what you guys think. You know, if there's a 24th species out there, let me know, go into the comments right now and let me know. But those are pretty much the 23 species that I believe are part of that 24 that Martin Krebs goes on about in Jurassic World Rebirth. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. A lot of these species are up for debate. We have 11 that are pretty much confirmed, knocking off the Distortus, Mutodon and Aquilops. But there's loads more that could possibly be part of this 24 list. So feel free to go on down to the comments and let me know what species you think and logically will appear in the movie, but also the species that you just want to throw out there and you want in the movie. Why not? Have a bit of fun with it. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here for all of your Jurassic lore, news, and everything else to do with this franchise. Don't forget to check out the Rebirth inspired merchandise on the merch store as well, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hey, did you enjoy the video? Well, why not leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content? I appreciate every single one of you for reaching this point into the video and supporting me this far. If you wish to support me even further, then feel free to head on down to the description where you can find links to donate, my Patreon, and you can also press that join button to become a member here on YouTube and gain access to some awesome emojis. A massive thank you to all of the YouTube members for this month, as well as the amazing fans over on Patreon too. Your extra bit of support really goes a long way. But for now, I wish you a great rest of your day.